Since y'all like Saturday's review, today I'm reviewing the sequel, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. And before you ask, no, I'm not going to be reviewing any of the sequels. The movie starts off where, once again, the family are starting to pack. Not only for their trip this time to Miami, but also for a recital. When they go to a recital later that night, Kevin and Buzz, once again played by Macaulay Culkin and Devin Ratchet respectively, are fighting after Buzz played a prank on him, causing Kevin to punch him, pushing everyone over. When the family return home, Buzz fakes his apology, which everyone believes. When it's Kevin's turn, he doesn't apologize, even roasting his Uncle Frank.
Better not wreck my trip, you little sourpuss. Your dad's paying good money for it.
Oh, wouldn't want to spoil your fun, Mr. Cheapskate.
Unfortunately, this gets him sent up to his room. When they awake the following morning, they rush outside like usual, except Kevin actually comes along this time. When they get to the airport, Kevin asks his dad for batteries for his chalkboard recorder, which, fun fact, was only a prop for this movie, but actually became a real thing after this movie was released. He lets him have the batteries, unintentionally leaving him behind. When Kevin finishes securing the batteries, he confuses the man for his dad and starts following him. When he arrives at the wrong place, he goes to a clerk to ask where he is. But she replies New York. Let's just say he gets in some more mischief and goes sightseeing. After finished sightseeing, he goes to the Plaza Hotel. I've actually came across that spot twice. And goes to check in with his father's credit card. He uses his Talkboy receiver to pose as his father to check in before lying to the clerk that he's actually dropped off, which we all know is fake, and she seems to buy it, and he goes to his room. The next morning, Kevin is taken to Duncan's toy chest, where he grabs 2 turtle doves to give to a friend, and buys some other stuff. As he exits the store shortly after, Harry, once again played by Joe Pesci, and Marv, once again played by Daniel Stern, come up behind him, but he manages to flee while Harry and Marv are in pursuit. Kevin grabs some pearls and slips them onto the sidewalk before Harry and Marv slip on them. Kevin uses his opportunity to escape, but unfortunately once he gets back to the plaza, the concierge of the hotel, Tim Curry himself, greets him with a smirk and confronts him about the stolen credit card. Hijinks ensues, with Kevin escaping through the elevator. When the staff finally catch up to him in his room, he uses the movie that he watched last night, Angels with Even Filthier Souls, a sequel to Angels with Filthy Souls, to trick him. Unfortunately for Kevin, Harry and Marv are waiting right outside for him and walk a little ways. When they were crossing the street, Kevin touches a woman's butt, and the woman believes Harry and Marv did it, so she punches them. When Harry and Marv recover, they chase after Kevin, who hides in a carriage while there's a bunch of other kids wearing similar hats. That night, Kevin runs into Central Park, where he gets his foot stuck in between 2 rocks. He then sees a pigeon lady and starts screaming like crazy, but fortunately for him, the pigeon lady frees him from the rock. The two then start listening to music at a symphony, where Kevin and the pigeon lady start talking about their life experience and all that stuff. Then, realizing that Harry and Marv are going to rob Duncan's toy chest, he leaves and sets some traps at his abandoned uncle and aunt's house. He heads to Duncan's toy chest, the traps, in order. Then, in order, Harry gets seesawed onto a car. Marv gets hit with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 bricks. Gets stapled in his a-hole, in the groin, in the face. Harry slips off some soap. Marv falls off a few stories. Harry gets hit with wrenches. Marv slips off some soap, slides into a nearby shelf, and gets crushed with it, getting paint cans all over him. Gets electrocuted trying to wash all the paint off. Harry burns his head once again and dunks in a kerosene-filled toilet. Marv gets 100 tons of flour on his face. Harry falls off the ladder. Both Harry and Marv get hit and crushed with the pipe. Both get crushed by a tool's chest. And both fall off a kerosene-filled rope trying to descend it. And finally, both get covered in varnish. Kevin manages to escape, but unfortunately slips on ice, and Harry and Marv, now recovered, take him to the middle of the park where they try to shoot him. Unfortunately for them, The pigeon lady arrives and dunks birdseed on them before Kevin sets some fireworks on where Harry and Marv are, allowing them to be arrested. Meanwhile, the McAllister family, now knowing of Kevin's whereabouts, reunite with Kevin, and the next morning they open presents before Kevin sneaks off from the rest of the party and gives the pigeon lady a turtle dove. Overall, you know what? I'm just gonna skip the bullshit. 10 out of 10. Go check it out.